Hey everybody, Greg here. This week in 3D Archery we're going to continue our series on gap shooting. This time I'm going to show you how to use gap in 3D Archery. Alright everybody, I apologize for the gunfire, but unfortunately this is the only place that's open and I'm right next to the range. I got a deer. My stake is 22 yards away. I've only measured out to 20, which is about a foot. So I'm going to take this. I don't normally use this, but I'm using this for demonstration purposes only. I'm going to put it right about there. That's where the point of my arrow is going to be. And hopefully it will land in the red. Alright? So let's back up and let me take my shots. Alright, here it is, 22 yards. Now, again, I apologize for the gunfire. I am using Carbon Express Predator 2, 800 spine with a 100 grain head. These are too weak. Why am I using them? To show you, even with a spine that's not correct, gap still should work. Alright, hopefully you can see the orange dot because I can barely see it. In the red. A little high, but I think that was me. Let's try another one. But that's 8 points. Talk about consistency, look at that. That's what gap can do. So obviously at 22, I would need to go a little lower, and I just make a note of that. But all three are 8 pointers. That is the power of gap. Okay, I was mistaken. One on the left was the first one, that's an 8. The second one, a 10. The third one, an 8. Alright everybody, you know, sometimes you find one of the coolest shots in the most unlikeliest places. This is just one of my favorite shots. I got a bear 43 yards out. I am shooting from the compound stake. There's nothing but rocks short of him, rocks behind him, there's nothing but danger. I just like it. Now for gap, what the heck is my gap at 43? I have no clue. But I'm going to experiment to show you, hopefully, without breaking an arrow, the beauty of gap. See, when you shoot instinctive and you miss, how do you make an adjustment? Not putting down instinctive. I shoot instinctive right-handed. All right, but the strength of gap is the ability to make adjustments. I know no bear's going to stand by while you shoot him at 13 times, but it does help you learn. All right, I'm going to put my arrow, I think, on that second bale of hay. There's a strap going across it. Let's see what we get. All right, I dropped her right down under his chin. So I need to go up. See, now here's the beauty of gap. I see where it landed. I got to go up about a foot. So I'm going to put mine on the cross beam of the bale house. Yeah! That, my friends, is the power of gap shooting. 2 shots. And if that ain't a bullseye, let's take a look, shall we? Man, I love archery. All right, let's take a look. Oh, that hurt. That's painful. That hurt. That hurt. All right, I probably got a 5. But it looks good from back here. I shouldn't have zoomed in for you. So you know what? Let's see if we can repeat it. Any good method has to be repeatable. I got an arrow missing a whole bunch of feathers, but that's okay. Life is good. Yeah! How'd you like that one? Man, did I blow that one. I screwed something up. All right. Wow. I have to watch video, see if I plucked it. All right. Let's try that again, shall we? That! There you go. After that disaster, the last one. I can't stop laughing. That, look at that, huh? Oh, yeah. Now, what we're going to cover now is a little more advanced. Gap is like anything else. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. But a side benefit happens. The more you do it, the less you have to think about it. And it turns into split vision. Because you're just going to shoot knowing where it is. It's going to be like more of a feeling than an actual conscious effort. So, I'm at the blue stake, believe it or not. It's about 10, 12 yards. I don't have a dot out, but I know my arrow needs to be somewhere about halfway down his leg in order for me to hit where I want. So, I'm going to draw back. I'm going to look where I want my arrow to go. But on my peripheral vision, I'm going to make sure the arrow is where it needs to be for my gap. So let's see how we do. There you go. That's advanced gap, and I'm telling you, that's when the fun starts. And I know a lot of guys get frustrated, but don't get frustrated. Stick with it, because gapping comes back to like instinctive. I looked where I wanted it to go. All right? My peripheral vision put it on the spot. My unconscious mind said, that feels good. All I had to do is follow through. Okay, now, normally when you do 3D, you don't put a target out, you don't have a bail behind it. But that's how they have it here at Blue Mountain, which is good. So, I'm going to shoot gold tip 600 spines with 175 grain heads. These are actually the arrows for my 50 pounder, but I'm going to shoot them out of my 40. They fly pretty good. My little green points where I'm going to put my arrowhead. I'm going to shoot it at 10, 15, 20, and 25. 25 is going to be tough because how I got this bow set up, I got to set up for around the 20s. But that's okay. But I'm going to show you that you don't have to have all those numbers. All right, let's take our shot from 10 yards. All right, rangefinder, that's how I know it's 10. You know, I can guesstimate too. All right, not bad. I'm actually at 11, so 10. Once you learn your range, it's easy to guesstimate. Okay, one arrow, 10 yards. Let's see where it lands. Dead on bullseye. That's going to be tough to follow. All right, let's back it up to 15. All right, here we are, 15 yards. Same height, little left, that's me. Let's back it up to 20. 20 yards. All right, 25. Okay, 25 yards, last one. Now I'm uphill now. It's a slight incline. They don't really have flat ground here, but we'll see how we do anyways. That, my friends, is gap shooting. It's not 10 yards, 6 inches, 15 yards, 7 inches, 20 yards, 5 inches, 25 yards. No, every single one's the same one, and I blew the one. I'm going to go up and show it to you. They're all in a perfect line because there's a variance and it's always going to be really close. All right, let's go take a look. Here's my group. This is the one I threw, but it's right in line with the others. I have a bullseye, a 10, a 10, and an 8. So this one here was 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards, and 25 yards. That, my friends, is really how you use gap in 3D archery. I don't need to memorize all the things. I just do that. All right, everybody, and that is gap for 3D. It is simple. You can do it like I did in the first one. Once you figure out your gap, you pick the point on that animal. You know what 12 inches is. You know what 6 inches is. Try to get a gap that's manageable. Now, if your gap's too big, it's probably because you're shooting split finger. 3 under does help. You can do it with split. Your gap's going to be bigger. The strength of gap is its ability to make adjustments, and that is where it shines. Target archery, 3D archery, things like that. So if you want to try it, give it a try. All right, I got me my last one here. About 18 yards. So you know to end the video, I got to blow it, right? All right, let's give it a shot. Hey, 10 ring. Boys and girls, gap. It's made archery, for me, left-handed, full of confidence. My right hand, I'm just as good. But I just love knowing what I have to do. All right, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, hey, give me a thumbs down. If you got a question, comment, put it in the comments down below. And I'll see you next week with an all-new episode of Archery 101.